Hey everybody, Brian here from quantlabs.net. So today I want to take you down memory lane. Um, 7 years ago on my website here, if you go into my blog, this has now been redesigned, the website, the last few months. And in my blog here at quantlabs.net, I've added a new little um, a little section here called archives. So you can get all my archives starting back all the way to May 2010. So this is when the site was launched, quantlabs.net, and I want to walk you through the historical lesson very quickly and where we're at today. So starting in May 2010, I think we've gotten over 10,000 postings on this website at quantlabs.net. I've introduced two books, if you want to call them books, that I've uploaded last fall. About 1,000 people have downloaded these for both how to trade like a boss and technical secrets in algo trading. So we're now up to anywhere from 100 to 200 weekly opt-ins, people signing up to get these things, and I'm very appreciative of that. But like I said, I just want to go through for you to understand the progress that we've made over the last 7 years. So when you look at the two memberships that I've run called Quant Quant Labs Premium, which was a very old, ran it for about 3 years, 4 years. That membership did quite well, and it's got lots of videos in there about building out trading systems and a variety where my courses came out of that. And then I relaunched that membership with a new one called Elite, which was just better design, really, but the theory and everything was the same. Nothing really changed. But I wanted to introduce you to where we're going to go with the new membership called Quant Analytics, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. But what I wanted to go over was just the massive growth that we've had as a community, as an audience over the last few years. Yeah, we started 7 years ago in algorithmic trading. We've, as you know, that's been probably one of the most explosive areas in the world of trading, and it's still going to continue down that path. And I can just give you a classic example that's been very recent with Quantopian, a quant trading platform that's online, that's trying to change the hedge fund industry, and so on and so forth. But if he's getting, or they're getting, $250 million invested from one of the largest and most prolific hedge fund managers, Steve Cohen, and he's invested $250 million into Quantopian. It just shows you the massive potential of algorithmic trading, and that's on an institutional level. And then we haven't even talked about machine learning and all that stuff. But I just want to talk about and bring it back to where we're at as a community. So the first thing we need to understand is typical Alexa on the growth. I've been running the site for obviously 7 years or close to it, and we're now at 337 as a ranking, which is probably our highest ever, and it continues to grow. And I'm going to show you why. Two areas that obviously have grown online is Facebook. We've got a group here called Quant HFT, high frequency, blah, 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 blah. Here's the number of members that we've got, almost virtually pushing 10,000 people as part of this group. And there's lots and lots of awesome engagement here. Some of it includes trading opinion, the cash must flow, and I could go on and on and on. Lots of good stuff here, and I think people are engaging, and that's awesome. Not only that, we've got my YouTube channel, which is growing. It's a small channel, but you got to remember, we're just focusing on algorithmic trading, and it's about 4,500 subscribers to it, which is not a bad little number. And this is another area of pride, but where I really take a lot of pride are these statistics. So let me just find what I'm looking for right here. Okay, so really important people understand this. We've been running this since the beginning. We do this for beyond credibility, and we don't brag about it, but you really got to understand that this website called Quantcast is basically like a cheaper version of what the advertisers use, and you really can't game these numbers. You cannot game the demographics of this, but this is where I take a lot of pride. And I do this as an educational tool for people to understand what they should look at as part of a way to understand the credibility of an audience on a website. So, for instance, for us as an advertiser, let's say the QuantCast numbers that we've got for quantlabs.net are pretty impressive. So you got to log in to be able to see these demographics. So when you go to QuantCast, create an account if you want to see these. You get access to all this stuff. But the real important stuff is I really don't care about traffic. We're not in this for a popularity contest. We're in this to show people how to make money. And the demographics of this is really important. When you go in and understand the demographics of our audience, which is tracked through a little pixel that is put on our website, here's the numbers that we have. And all it really comes down to at the end of the day is household income. Okay? This is really important. If we were to advertise, advertisers would go bonkers for these kind of numbers that we've got. So, out of all the total audience, and we have $150,000, the highest you can go that's measured by QuantCast, 226 of those total audience make over 150 grand. And then the next level is obviously 100 to 150K annually. These are huge numbers. And let's break it down to percentage. So I've already prepared it, obviously. So if you total these audience, these numbers here, from 65, 103, 154, and 226, as you can see here, that totals 540. Okay. So what I've done is I've taken the percentage of how many are actually making over 150K. This number blew my mind. We used to hover around 45, but now we're even higher, much higher. 64% of our audience is making over $150,000, and that right there is calculated. So I thought I'd take it one step further and take the total of both the 150 to 150K annually plus the greater than 150K, and what was the percentage of that out of the 540? And this is the percent we got. 146 plus 226 divided by 540 brings us 68% of our audience makes over $100,000. Those are pretty cool, pretty killer income levels. So that's the kind of audience that we're bringing in. Highly successful traders. And I would be really wanting to challenge people on other audiences or other websites that have these kind of demographics. I take a lot of pride in that. I take a lot of pride in you to be part of this community. So I've always wanted to, and I've done this before. Let's do Quantopian. I've never done this, but these are going to be estimated. So they're not signed up on QuantCast, but I know one that is Timothy Sykes, or let's do even better, CNBC, right? So if you looked at their demographics for CNBC, their numbers are quite high too. Okay, 246 out of whatever that total comes out. Same exercise that I went through. And then one more we'll do is Bloomberg. Okay, so let's do Bloomberg. I know CNBC is traditionally a very high one, but once again, they're not measured as well. It's not yet measured by QuantCast. But let me just show you one that, like a glue that is considered part of the QuantCast measurement. Let me see if I got TimothySykes.com. Or is it Tim Sykes? Okay, let's see. We should be able to find them. Not quantified, but I'm starting to think that people don't want to be quantified because they're not confident with their numbers, and we'll leave it at that. So moving on from that, that's credibility at its supreme. Okay, you can't game the numbers. And when I saw these figures, over 64% of my audience, our audience, makes over 150K, I was like blown away. Okay, so enough of the audience at quantlabs.net. Let's talk about our progress. So as I said, we've moved from the Quant Premium membership from years ago to the Quant Elite, which just got closed down a few months ago, to this new membership called Quant Analytics. So if you come under product here at the top, you'll see I've got some courses to help you out in algorithmic trading. Now, I'm moving out of that and that space of algorithmic trading platforms and whatnot, because let's be honest, it's very competitive. It's pretty well everyone wants stuff for free. So I'm launching this new service, which is a full service, meaning it's trading, actual trading, not about algorithmic trading platforms anymore. It's trading, building an entire community around that. Okay, so what we've got here is we've got charts, alerts. We're going to have build a whole community around that. We're going to do video conferences weekly that are live, and just talk about live trading. Really, really important. Okay, so currently it's at $97, and putting out a very special offer for people that would be interested in this. And I'm taking this back to the real early days of quantlabs.net. For I don't know how long I'm going to do this for, but I will push it. I'm not going to market it yet, but I'm just preparing people, and maybe open. You'll be able to get started for $47 a month. Here's how it works. If you stay at $47 a month from this day forward, as long as you stay a member, you'll always pay $47. So we've had this set of service analyze probably one of the number one online marketing guy, bar none, which I won't say who it is, but he's looked at this. He feels that this service that I'm about to launch, based upon the history that we've had, based upon the demographics I'm showing you, we easily could charge upward $700 a month to $1,000 a month. We could segregate out each asset class by a few $100s if we were to go after the same competition like a trading advisory, which charge $200-300 a month, and they just give out one or two stock picks basically. So we've gone at great levels to really get this new service analyzing what we can charge. And based upon these QuantCast numbers that I've shown you, as I said, for quantlabs.net, you know, it's proof right there that over 64% of our audience is making over 150 grand a year. So they can afford these type of services. So when it comes back to this level of service, we could probably push it all the way up to $1,000 a month. So again, let me repeat. When we're starting out, you've been part of my email list, you're part of my social media, you're part of my website, whatever, at $49 or $47, whatever it'll be, as long as you stay at that rate, you'll be grandfathered in as long as you live. And you'll be able to get some really good data out of that, some good video conferences coming out of that, on top of being able to hopefully bring in some really top-notch people as part of this new community who are traders, not guys that talk about building out trading platforms, which I used to do. So it's really important to, if you're interested, to take advantage of it. I'll put up the link soon, and if not, I'll put it in somewhere here in the YouTube link or somewhere on my site, on my Facebook, blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to run it for a little bit, a week, a couple of days, a couple of weeks. I don't know. But I want you to take advantage of it, because then once that's getting closed down, we're now going to start it at $97 a month. And that's going to be the introductory rate. And if everything works out as planned on the marketing front and so on and so forth, we're going to ramp it up to $97 a month. Oh, sorry, from $97 to $197 $297, and then $397, and we'll probably keep it capped at $397 for a while. And if the performance of the system that I've got now, that I've written, keeps proving itself, and the community keeps adding more value to that membership, then we'll keep going beyond the $397 per month, beyond that to $497, so on. And you will never, ever, ever get it at 47 or 49, whatever, just under $50 starting out. And we're going to make it worthwhile for you even to be at $50. So as I did with my membership back in the day, the premium, I started that at $37, and I had a lot of people join up, and they've been still part of this whole thing at $37 a month. So I'm reintroducing that rate, or pretty close to it, monthly, and I've had people now following what I do for 7 years, and they're part of that, and now they're going to get advantage of this for $37 a month. But I'm going to reintroduce it for a very short period of time at $47, $49. And I want to get you at this level of income annually. I mean, think about it. Wouldn't you want to be part of a community that's earning 64% of our audience is measured coming to our site? 64% of it makes over $150,000. You show me a video outside of CNBC that is measured, got that kind of measurement and that kind of traffic level, or sorry, that kind of income level for an audience. It's unheard of. And as a trading community, I want to make it even more, but guess what? We can only go as high as $150,000. So really powerful stuff. And when you look at the other demographics, you can tell a lot of them are Asian. They're doing exceptionally well. And I can tell you from my Facebook group, people I'm interacting with are in those geographic regions, and they're doing exceptionally well, and good on them. And I learn a lot from them, and hopefully it's a really powerful combination of knowledge and a brain trust to get you to that level. So just want you to be aware of that. And if you want, please be smart and take advantage of this once I put up that link. All right, over and out. Have a good day. Later.